It's week 9 of the 2026 season, and we'll see Evan Ingram. He's coming off a real nice game and even 100 yards. It's the Jaguars and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They keep the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Throwing first plays Lance. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. For this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. 12 yards that time with a Cincinnati first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there. They'll feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Lance looking to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yard, a long one, and he can't connect. The numbers for Falk a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll go right gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The Jaguars at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Mayfield throws on target to Burks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lance. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Okay, right. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Lance. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On second down. It's Payne, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
On the give, here's Falk. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They go play action. Mayfield. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield looking for his running back, and he's got him. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 27, Lance. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Lance. This ball caught by Mechie. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he drops it incomplete. Now their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Lance. steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the left hand, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Mayfield on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield. He targets Ingram for another grab. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's got Smith here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's something that excites a team as they have to finish things up.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. right, Coach. Thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Play fake. Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. That's out to the left, flat and complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from a yard out. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you... can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
They're making it look easy out there. So on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays,
3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
19 right. 18 right here.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Ready, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Robert Tonyan. Incomplete. He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
This is intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead.
And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Let's go, man. On the set. Switch, yellow. Check white.
Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Yellow, 1. Check pink. Blue, check. Opposite, green, black, 1.
Lance now to throw. He gets this one to Mechie. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Lance looks to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Devin Lloyd. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running right, here's Falk. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll take this to the 46. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point try now for Patterson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Facing a big 4th-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Josh Allen getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jags, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
She right got me.